Hello, welcome to Oscar and Masha channel. Today it will be a bit of Masha story and it's kind of sad story. As you might noticed, and if you're watching our previous video, you knew what we had both, me and Oscar, the idea to go to do the race in Lyon. It should have been a big adventure in the winter with the snow and in the night, what we could do together, but it didn't happen, and today you will discover why. Actually, you were with us when everything started. It was during our last wintry night run when we tried to test the video equipment with Oscar, and it was a very windy night. And I actually don't know what happened. We were running, and at one point I felt something wrong with my knee, and I couldn't really stop because we had a train to catch. We needed to run another 3 kilometers, and I just forced it. I continued to run, and we made it for the train. But in the night, my knee started to be swollen, and it hurt as hell. And I couldn't really sleep because I needed to go to Nepal in just a few days after that. I thought, if it will be better in the 2 days, I could do my hiking trip in Nepal because everything was already paid, and it was kind of super sad to say no in the last moment. And I didn't have much time to go to see the doctor. In a few days, I could walk again, swollenness, get down, and after that, 2 weeks I spent in Nepal, what you will see soon in the next video. And everything was good. I was not running, it was just walking trips. Nothing bothered me, the knee was okay, and I thought everything okay. And when I arrived back to Paris, I started to run again with my running club, and I couldn't run properly. I was having some sharp pain in the same knee. It wasn't swollen again, but it didn't feel right. And I decided for the moment to stop running and go to see the doctor. I could find an appointment kind of fast, I think in a few days. And my doctor said, give me 100 euros. And I have no idea what's happening with your knee. Go to do the MRI. Nice. It's actually one of the things in France, when you want to see a specialist, normally it's very expensive. It's mostly covered by insurance, but it depends on kind of specialist what you're seeing. Some of the sport doctors, what I visited before with my knee issue, they were not at all covered by insurance. Like, be careful when you're choosing your specialist. And I could do the MRI right away, but for another appointment, for someone to really explain what MRI says, because normally it's not the human language, it's very medical language, and you understand nothing at all what they're saying. It's just like super scary words. And when we read what they're saying, they said I have some problem with meniscus. And even though I didn't really know what's happened or what the consequences is for me or for my knee, could I run, could I walk, or not at all, I decided not to risk it. And actually, after seeing the results of MRI, my knee started to hurt right away. I'm pretty sure it's psychological, but before I was walking, jumping with a heavy backpack, and it was perfectly fine. The moment when I saw the MRI conclusion with some crazy words, you will see some of them here. It was like, I was scared, and my knee started to hurt right away. And I started to search doctor online, someone who could just explain what they're saying. Is it really important or is it not really important? Stressful moment. Yes. And one of my Russian friends who knows someone whose brother is a traumatologist, and the guy answered me, but not right away. A few days later, he answered me and said, yes, I have a problem with meniscus. I have some meniscus tear, but it's not super big one, but it still should be taken care of. Not operation, but mostly the physiotherapy and rehab. He said better not to run longer distance right away. 3 or 4 days after that, I saw my normal doctor here in France. Not here, but in France. And he kind of confirmed. He said, give me another 100 euro, of course. And after that, he said, oh, you're old, your knee is old. maybe you don't need to run 40 kilometers anymore. And I was like, listening.
What about 100?
Oh, I'm not sure he understands what people do, so. Like, you need to understand as well, he's a surgeon. It means normally the thing he's proposing to just to do a surgery, that's what he said. He proposed me to do a surgery, but not on my meniscus, but more about ACL, what I have ruptured like 4 years ago. It never caused me any problem. He said, it's probable what your knee is old because there is additional movement and blah, blah. The good thing, he said, meniscus, it will be okay if I will do a physiotherapy. That's where he sent me. And the physiotherapist said the same, what it should be okay. I just need to start running like slowly again. He showed me some exercises. I already did the sessions with him, and I will see him again when we'll be back in Paris. But for now, we are on vacations, work vacations, since we're still working in 2 a.m. in Mexico, and I will share with you what exercises I'm doing for my knee rehab. Maybe it will help you as well to prevent injury or to help you with your rehab, maybe give you some new ideas for exercises. Follow me. The first session with the physiotherapist was about knowing me more, to see the results of MRI together and to try to recreate the history, how it happened, because he as a specialist could give some advice and could see which type of movement I still can perform and where my limit is in the moment, and try to help me with my limits. The first exercise is what we did, kill my legs muscles right away. And it was kind of easy exercises, but you don't really need much of the equipment. You just need somewhere when you can put your weight, and you just do squats, trying to be like right away straight, and you just do squats, and you try not to use this leg, just one leg. You're not pulling, you're doing nothing, like you're just trying to go as low as possible. And you do it for the both legs. And after 3 sets of 10 for each leg, it's just killer. The next exercise was on the 3rd session. He said maybe we can start trying to jump. And he proposed me some platform, which was a bit higher than the step, but you will understand the idea. Firstly, he said I need to not push myself, but really trying to like just fall. And in the moment when I'm already falling, jump. And for the beginning, it was with the 2 legs. It's just like you're falling and you're jumping. And you repeat it like 5-6 times. And after that, you're doing it like with the 1 leg. And when you feel comfortable with that, you're going back with 2 legs and you're starting, and you need to jump right away as high as possible. And after that, you do the same, but with 1 leg. And that's the last one. I did like 20. And again, next day, I was just not able to walk properly. The next was using the machines, because we have chosen one physiotherapist who has kind of lots of machines in their office. And they use a leg press, not like this one. This one for me looks very weird. We started with just the leg press for 2 legs. And after that, he said, when I'm comfortable, I can do with 1. And I was like trying to really control the both movement and to go and to go out, trying to not to put my leg like very straight, just to stay with the angle. And it's not the same machine as the previous leg press. It's a bit different, but the idea is the same. You're trying to go slow and up and down, trying to control the movement. And when you're okay with both legs, when it's not feel too complicated, you go with the 1 leg. Next time you should have something in your heels which will protect a bit of your knee. And with time, you're getting lower and lower and lower. And you just do classic squats, trying to go slow and reach with your ass, your heels. Try always to evaluate the knee. If it hurts, maybe it's better to stop a bit earlier. And if it's too easy, you're just taking some additional weights. Since there is no impact with elliptic, you can do it without limits. And even though I think it's not so cool for a runner, I'm doing that at my work. They have another machine, some cardio. Bicycle as well is permitted without any limits. And running. The last session we started to run a bit. He said from the beginning it's better to stay with the machine because there is a bit less impact because the machine has some amortization for the knee. And he said it's better to start with 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute walking, 1 minute running, but not like super fast running. The first session what I did, it was a few days ago. Today I want to redo one. We start with some walking. Normally I choose around between 4 and 3.5 kilometers per hour with some inclination. Since we love the inclination. After a minute, we will try to increase the speed and go with around maybe 8 kilometers per hour for 1.5 minutes, but always evaluating the knee. If it starts to hurt, it will not.
Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. She is on the way to recovery, and we wish you the best in this end of the year, and see you next year, which is like next week.
Full of adventure.
Yay!
Have fun.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. A lot.